Release the anger that you have for yourself for putting your trust in things other than yourself, no matter what that other thing is or that other person. Because you can only trust yourself. That's why I say instead of waiting on somebody else, start creating your own life the way you want it to be. Do what you need to do. No time like the present. Because you don't have unlimited time here on this earth. You're only given what, 70 years, 80 years? How much of that's waiting on the line, sleeping, taking a shower? So you really don't have that much quality time that you could dedicate towards things that you want to accomplish in your life before you know, guess what? You're gone. So why would you want to waste your life waiting on anything or anyone, including the universe? You got to make your moves, man, because the divine plan, sometimes it takes years. And in that time, you could already create a life and establish your foundation, and you could already have everything that you desire. You never know what the divine plan, it could take decades, man. Who knows? That's why I made the mistake of doing that. You know, you wait and wait and wait. You do everything you can and nothing materializes. Like if you do one little thing wrong, it like upsets the whole process. I'm like, okay, well, what that told me was, you know, source is always going to be there for you, but you don't know what's going on because there's a saying in the Middle East. It's very true. It says that God must love crazy people because he sure makes a lot of them. And think about that for a minute. All of the craziness and the serial killers and the rapists and the pedophiles, where did they all come from? Where did they come from? Source. So you know something's going on. If Source wanted this world to be loving and pure and kind, it would be, but it's not. It's filled with evil, satanic pedophiles and murderers and serial killers and child rapists and God knows what else. So you got to figure, how is it that I'm going to put my faith in something like this when I could do things on my own? I could stay in my sacred space, my own vibrational environment that it's controlled by me, and I don't have to worry about any outside source, including the universe. The universe is no different. So you operate like that and just get things done. That's all. Instead of waiting, create. You know, if the universe wants to help and if at any point that it does, awesome. But if it takes so long to manifest a partner or this or that, listen, forget it. If you don't see results like in a certain amount of time, just it's time to step off with the manifestation process. Because sometimes it's other people's energies that get hung up or maybe emotionally you're not constant. You know, and if you just dip a little, it throws the whole system back. I did a video about this. Why is the manifestation process so fragile? It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be. It should be exactly the way it is in your sacred space, like what you call your imagination. Boom, it's done. There's no anything involved. It's just there because there's no matrix involved in it. There's no complications. There's no external energies. There's no outside opposing contradictory force introducing itself to complicate things, you know? That's the way it should be. That's why I say I just thrive inside my sacred space, man. I use it like a bubble. When I go out, I just ignore the whole world around me, man. I take in the earth. The earth is beautiful, and birds and nature. But it's just the people that I just don't jive with, man. You have one or two that are cool. You know, they align with you. That's beautiful. But the rest of them are like, get out of my way. I got to make money. Get out of my way. I got to get laid. Get out of my way. You know, that's it. That's all it is. It's all sex and money, man. I got to get that job. I got to beat this person out of that job. I got to outshine him. That's all it is. It's a competitive mentality, and it's a comparative nature that they carry. So, I mean, I don't want to be a part of that stuff. Absolutely not. I just say, listen, this is my own little happy place that I call my sacred space. You call it whatever you want. Just don't refer to it as something that is imaginary because it's the most powerful element. And I'm not saying disregard God. I ain't saying that. I'm just saying, listen, whatever the universe's plan is, it takes so long. I don't got time. I've had personal situations where I was owed specific amounts of money, you know, and I was blocked from getting that money. And I'm like, I tried and tried and tried and tried and tried. I did everything I could on my end, legally, righteously, rightfully, you know, lawfully. I was the one that was in the right. The other person was ripping me off. And you know, I went into a certain situation that just got blocked over and over again. I'm like, yo, what's up with this? Then I realized the universe is supporting this person. It couldn't be any other way. So then then that's when I realized I'm actually fighting somebody's destiny. So even though I'm in the right and I'm owed money, you're not going to see it. So that's what you have to learn, that listen, you can't rely on anything outside yourself. You have to rely on only yourself. You know what I mean? So just to give you a little heads up to maybe possibly head your life in a different direction than you had planned, because even though you think you're going to manifest these things and all that, a lot of the times that stuff doesn't happen because of all these other energies around you. Like you hope that you hit the lottery, and the reason that you don't is because the AI algorithms rig it. The way the lottery works is that there's a specific set of numbers that you can choose from. You have 5 numbers in the body, and you have one number you get from the Mega Bowl, the multiplier, whatever they call it, Megaplier, Powerball, Mega Millions, whatever it is. And once you make your connection with that, and you do your combinations and you give it to the lottery, and they put that into the system, the AI algorithms calculate all of the combination sequences and permutations that have already been played, and then there's a remainder that haven't been played, and that's what comes up as the winning numbers. Unless you play all of the combinations, that's exactly how they're going to beat you every time. So even though your intentions are good and pure and everything, you want to win the lottery and hit it and everything, the probability of that is very low because the system is rigged. It's not your fault. It's not your fault. You know what I mean? You just got to realize you're in a crooked world with 1 or 2 good people, but a lot of it's just all about greed and corruption and, that kind of thing. So that's what interrupts your divine plan coming to you, because it has to pass through all this other stuff that you are somehow subconsciously entangled with. Because you don't have a pure connection to source, because you're a human being. How could you? There's only 2 types of energies on this earth that have pure connections. The earth and all of Mother Nature, that means the animals and the birds and flowers and trees and all of that, and special needs individuals, because they're not encumbered by a matrix, because that's why you don't see them in public. The matrix shuffles them off into their own little cordoned off areas, and you don't see them mingling with the normal people, so to speak, right? You don't see them very often. And if you do, you're in a grocery store, you see them in large groups with a few chaperones teaching them how to shop. It's very rare you see special needs individuals. It's that way for a reason, because the system can't corrupt them, can't infiltrate their mind, so therefore they have no use for them. That's why you don't see them in what they call the normal schools with the regular children. It's just funny. But anyway, just to let you know, don't rely on anything or anyone. Rely on yourself. Amen. Seriously, amen.